So we're here in the E-Man suite with Tayfun Bayraktar, who got third place at the YCS London.
Yeah, third again.
Yeah, maybe we can really quickly talk about your top 4 match.
Yeah, I just fucked up like multiple times. I did the faker link reveal play in one turn and they rewinded that because it was obviously wrong. And next turn I tried to do it again. So I just it was my fault that I lost.
But in general,
I think I could have gone further because it was winnable.
Yeah, generally you were fully aware of that play, obviously not.
Yeah, that was the only time in the whole tournament where I had a Meadow Seek that survived, that didn't come from faker, it was just like normal sun. And it survived for some reason, and then I linked it away and did the Marionetta play unaware that I did Link Reaver first.
Yeah, but nevertheless a great achievement.
Because usually you link Meadow Seek away for Hextia and then play, but...
Also in Swiss you only lost to E-Man.
Yeah, my only 2 losses in Swiss were against Joshua Schmidt and Mirko Zanelli, who obviously won the whole thing. So,
let's get into the list, or?
No, I'll talk about the deck itself, okay. Why I played it, because I noticed my last deck profile I just showed the cards without explaining anything, and that's really unfun to watch. So I played Altergeist because I felt like it had profited a lot from Thunderdragon being in the meta game, because Pure can't afford to main 5 or 6 back row removal, and they don't have as much side deck space anymore, and that makes Altergeist much better, and Altergeist just shits on Thunderdragon. They have to open double Colossus Titan with a Matrix in hand to even have a chance, and even then you can still grind it out, and they won 2 games against Thunderdragon where they had exactly that opening. So let's get into the list.
Yeah.
I'm playing triple Faker, that's really standard, the Altergeist lineup. Triple Metal Seek, that's the best removal card in the format right now, it just deals with everything. Then 3 not a starter cards. Yeah, this is really good in the mid game because it gets you so much advantage when you have Metal Seek or Faker and Grave, gets you trap everything. And it makes your Hextia really big, that's your main way to deal damage. Kieran, the float effect in Grave is really good, that's how you win against Sky Striker, because at some point the players will fuck up and they will set all the engages with multi-roll, and at one point they won't have any engages left, and you just keep floating with these 2 and search more monsters. I even side out Pot of Desires against Pure because I can just outgrind them with all the floating power. And 1 Concurry because it's really good hard draw, and I would even consider maybe playing more of that if it wouldn't break that much. But just an unexpected Concurry steals so many games. That's it for the Altergeist. Only hand trap, 3 Ash, and I also have 3 Impermanents. But in general I just felt like I didn't need that many hand traps in the main deck because combo decks, they are really strong, they were really represented in Top Card, but in Swiss you maybe face 1 or 2 of them. Then 3 Secret Village of the Spellcasters. This is really auto win against Pure. I think I only lost 1 game against Pure where I had Secret Village. Shoutouts to Brian who gave me the American ones. Yeah. And even against all other decks, when you go first, Secret Village is just one of the best cards you can have, because usually in most decks their hand consists of like 2 spells, 3 monsters, and if you have Secret Village, it's like 2 negates for no reason. Only 2 Pot of Desires. This is where Jan Oliver and Nico, they convinced me of only playing 2 Pot of Desires. I wanted to play 3, so in my original build I had 3 Pot of Desires, 1 upside and 1 1-for-1, which was like maximum consistency, but I decided to play more traps instead, which turned out to be better. So huge props to Nico and Jan who discussed the deck with me at the morning of the tournament. 2 Protocol and 1 Manifestation. That was also one of the changes. When I had 3 Desires I played 2 Manifestation, but I decided to cut it down because this is probably the worst draw in the opening hand you can have in this deck. triple spoofing, best card. It just plays around so many things and people for some reason never expected it. And yeah, it's really weak to removal and over Ash, but when it resolves it's really strong. Triple impermanence. Originally I didn't play this card at all because it's like low impact against everything, but just the fact that it's a trap card that can facilitate multi-faker makes it playable. So in many cases I just let them combo out, I let them build their board, and my turn impermanence faker game. Triple Mind Crush, that's also the suggestion of Jan. This was, I think, the best trap card in my deck. People don't play Mind Crush anymore, they did back in July or June when everybody main decked it, but right now I hit double engage like 3 times in the tournament. And even Altergeist mirrors, I bounced their monster with Silkurtis, announced the name against Danger, they reveal their card, I mind crush them, and they still have to discard with those specials, so I'm not drawing anything. To Stormdusters. So I expected Sky Striker and Altergeist to be represented still by a large margin, and even against the Dark World FTK deck they usually set their Soul Charge or the beginning of the end and you can just snipe that out, which I did against both and that was really nice. So 5 Solemns and 1 Unfair Floodgate.
40 cuff.
Yeah. Then for the extra deck, you don't need most of these. This one is really important because you play Secret Village. What you often have to do is when you go second, use normal summon Metal Seek, take one of their cards away, link summon into this one instead of Link Kuriboh. So you always have a spellcaster on the field when you summon your Faker next turn, and
They can't win stuff.
yeah, they can't do anything about that. Link Kuriboh, this is the most summoned Link monster. Hextia. Urban Cheat is just here to out Ultimate Falcon. Then Nightmares, I did this like 2 or 3 times each. Never summoned this. I hard summoned Bowl Sword like 4 times. I didn't expect to do that, but at some point you have like +4 over your opponent and you just want to kill them instead of grinding it out for another 2 turns, and you some Faker in their turn in their own phase and Bowl Sword in your own turn, and that's game. Also, when I played against Mirko and Swiss, he had a Bowl Sword Dragon on the field, and because I don't play Bowl Load Dragon, I also summoned Bowl Sword Dragon and tried to go for game, and I attacked. He gained 1.5k, and then he told me, "Oh, Bowl Sword cannot be destroyed by battle."
What?
I didn't know that. Like I just thought I had game, but it was not game.
First sentence on the
Yeah,
card.
why can't this be destroyed by battle? It's strong enough. It makes no sense. Firewall Dragon, this was my cherry target for the FTK. I sold this. I think this is better than Firewall against most malicious Armageddon Light Link stuff deck. I don't know what to call it. Dante, because Burning Abyss is really represented. I only played against one, I think, and I did draw the cherries, but it didn't make a difference. Then Titan. Jan told me to play this one, but during the tournament I faced 2 Thunder Dragons, and while siding I just decided not to side in cherries. It just felt it was so bad because you don't really take anything away when you take away the Titan. Yeah, they can't pop, but you just don't care. I would rather have Evenly or something else. And the Ultimate Falcon, because they told me to side to Waking the Dragon, which I sided in once, I think. And yeah, they hit it, but it didn't make a difference. I had game anyway. So, and after that I just didn't side it in because I want all my cards to be live. I don't want to depend on my opponent to pop my cards. Then one of the best cards in my side deck, Triple Border. This is really good against Altergeist, against Trickster, and against the Danger deck, because you just normal summon, they can't do anything. When I had this against Josh, he set a Jackalope, and I couldn't out it for 7 or 8 turns. The triple cherries. I sided in against Gookie, like I sold decks against Deja FTK and against Burning Abyss, but not in the mirror match and not against the Thunder Drain. Triple Bell. This is probably the best card going first and second against Thunder, because what I wanted to have is, with cherries also, going first against those faster decks, you really never feel safe because of Red Reboot or Denko Sekka. So going first, I always sided out Triple Impermanence, which is the worst card in your deck when you go first, because it's just like an effect vader that you have to set and that can be outed by Reboot and stuff. So I always sided these out for hand traps, and even if they reboot me or Denko me, I still have the hand trap as defense. Same with cherries. And evenly matched. Most people say this card sucks, but it was so fucking great this tournament. I had evenly Faker 4 or 5 times, which maybe explains why I got this far, but it's just so good and people don't play around it. It happened once that even mid-game, the opponent cleared my whole field, but I still had Faker in hand, top deck the evenly match. Yeah. The third Storm Duster, because 2 on the main deck, I just couldn't fit in more, and I really wanted to play all 3. And 2 Waking the Drain, which only got sided in once, so I played 13 extra deck and 13 side extra slots, which is enough. So in the end, yeah, huge shoutouts to Mirko who won the event. As for myself, like, I think my time will come. Maybe the next YCS. This is, by the way, the 4th YCS in a row that I topped, and I think right now I'm the first in the world ranking in the UK. And yeah, I might be able to do some things in the season.
Shoutouts to Darren and Jake.
Yeah, I will get you. Yeah, that's it. Shoutouts Team and Games, of course, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. And also it is like the Monster Projector.
Okay.
See you.
Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.